Hey guys, it's Rich. It's Thursday evening and I've just finished coaching a Zoom class with an awesome bunch of the CrossFit 4566 crew. Just finished up and I'm just closing up here and looking around, and I just thought about why I'm doing these videos. I'm really passionate about seeing, meeting people and hearing stories about people that overcome great struggles, overcoming adversity. And I've spoken a lot about that recently in videos, but I wanted you guys to know my story and where it started. So like every South African boy, I had amazing dreams of doing well in rugby union. I dreamt about playing rugby for South Africa, like thousands of other kids, in our country. And I was 14 years old. I went to a great school, Maritzburg College. I attribute all of my learnings and probably the greatest part of my school upbringing to that amazing school and the amazing friends that I made there, leaders and teachers and mentors at that school. But I was 14 years old and I had a terrible accident. Initially, I didn't know what had happened, but I jumped off this wall, high wall. I was away at a friend's house on a weekend, and I hurt my knee really badly. Didn't know what was wrong. I was just a kid, so I just kept quiet. Didn't say anything to anybody. Luckily, rugby season was finished, but this went on for about a month. I went back to boarding school and I just kept really quiet about this terrible pain that I was in, excruciating pain. And I was really scared. I knew something was horribly wrong, and the first thing that would come to mind was my rugby, and obviously these dreams that I had. I ended up I had to go to my parents, and I told my father that I thought there was something wrong with me. We saw a couple of people and they referred us straight to a top knee surgeon in Johannesburg. Saw the guy, and he looked at me and he shook his head and he said, "But your knee it's a devastating injury. Not many people come back from this injury." And I was 14 years old. I was absolutely shattered. So I had to go in for immediate surgery. I was in bad shape. The knee was the internal structures of the knee were completely obliterated. I was really fortunate that I had an amazing upbringing with amazing parents and family. It taught me very strong values. So I was very lucky going into this, that I was really prepared, because I had them as great role models, both my mum and my dad and my brothers, and also good friends. But one specific turning point for me was I had my surgery. It was a very long and arduous surgery. As a 14-year-old kid, you was terrified. I came out of the surgery and it was like my day 3. And I was still woozy from the anesthetic and lots of pain. And I woke up from like a bit of a nap, how you do when you're in hospital, in and out. And I just remember looking at the door and seeing this monstrous guy like fill the door. Older man, very big neck, bald head, gray hair. And he walked in, he had this very kind eyes, massive hands. And he came and sat next to me and he said, "Hey, how's it going? My name is Richard. And I played rugby for South Africa. I'm a friend of your family's, and I heard about your story. I don't live too far, and I wanted to just come and talk to you. And I wanted to tell you that you must never give up." He said, "I had a devastating injury when I was a young man, and I was told that I'd never play again. And I was just like you, that I had these dreams of doing really well. And when I had my injury, I thought that it was all over. But I wanted to tell you that this opportunity," and I'm going to use that word, this is an opportunity for you to forge your resilience. You're going to be tested now, and you're going to come out of this a stronger, mentally tougher, more resilient person, and a better person. You're going to learn some amazing lessons through this, and you're going to come out the back end prepared to come back and fight. And you'll play rugby again and you're going to do really well. I just wanted to tell you that you've got to believe in yourself and never give up. Never believe what anyone tells you. You have to believe your story yourself, that you can overcome these adversities. And that was massive for me. He got up and walked away with those kind eyes, and he wished me good luck. And he ended up coming back after his devastating injury. It was like a very bad neck or back injury, and he played multiple tests for South Africa. I was forever grateful to that man for coming to see me, and that was huge for me to come back. My recovery, I just went at that recovery and that rehab process just with the courage of a lion, just attacked it, and obviously I will attribute that visit and lots of unbelievable mentorship from other amazing people. Like I said, the support from my mother and my father, but that message from that dude was huge for me as well. And I also want to leave you with one other thing. I was told many years ago by a very special person, always be the captain of your own ship. And you'll see in a lot of our branding, even in the background, there's the ship's wheel. I always dreamed that I'm the man holding the ship's wheel. I'm the person in charge of guiding and steering the ship of mine. And I have the ability to do so. And I believe in my ability to do so because I've been through some tough stuff in my background. And I was so happy that I went through that when I was 14. It set me up for amazing success later. When I mean success, it's not like monetary success or any of that kind of stuff. It's like when shit happens to you, I was able to forge my way through it because things like that happen. And life is dynamic. It's hard like that. So always remember that and be the captain of your own ship. And I've said it in a previous video, like that guy told me sitting on the side of my bed when I had this knee injury, and I overcame that knee injury. He said, this is your opportunity. Grab it with both hands. Grab it with both hands. Grab the ship's wheel with both hands. Be the captain of your own ship. Forge your way forward. You're an amazing human being that is so much more courageous than you think, so much stronger than you think. I know what it's like to be told that things are bad. Know that you have the courage to be able to overcome bad things and weather the storm and come out the other side a stronger and better, more resilient person, a more worldly person filled with wisdom that you've learned from this obstacle of yours. So that was my story. I did go on to do well in rugby. My rugby career was not long, but that lesson set me up for life. I thought it was a lesson for rugby, but it set me up for my life. That adversity, a lion in sheep's clothing. Yeah. Have a good night, guys.